Hello everyone. In today's presentation I'm going to talk about my findings during my research work. The topic of my research work is the positive and negative effects of video gaming. So it is the outline of today's presentation. First of all, I'm going to provide you the definition of video games and also I'll tell you a very brief history of video games. After that, I'll tell you my research question and why I've chosen it. The next step will be the presentation of some background information on this issue, and after that, I'll be ready to share with you my findings. And the last step of this presentation will be the analysis and discussion of my and other research works results. So let's start. And now let's have a look on the definition of video game. A video game is an electronic game that involves interaction with the user interface to generate visual feedback on a 2 or 3-dimensional video display device. Yeah. And here you can see a very brief history of video games. So the first video game appeared in October 1958. The first game console appeared in 1972. Since the 1980s, video games have become an increasingly important part of the entertainment industry. The first game in the list of the most popular games is League of Legends. And according to the European mobile game market, there are more than 2.5 billion gamers who play video games. And the questions that might appear after observing the fast development and popularity increase of video gaming industry is how video gaming might affect gamers. So their health, their mind, wherever. And by my research work, I decided to discover the positive and negative effects of video gaming. So firstly, let's have a look on the results of other research works. Let's start from the positive effects. From the positive effects of video gaming, Tobacco noticed that video gaming might help improve hand and eye coordination. Next author Nichols said that video gaming might improve memory. Now let's move to the negative effects. According to Griffiths, video gaming negatively affects health and might cause a lot of diseases. Another author, Reed, states that video games might negatively influence on the academic performance. And the third author, Buffy, said that video games might actually become a reason of violence and aggression appearance. However, my findings have some differences with the listed findings of other research works. So the major positive effect that I've discovered after analyzing my 2 interview respondents' answers is that video gaming positively affects mental health. 2 gamers who play already about 30 years answered that they get a pleasure while they're playing. And in addition, both of them answered that thanks to playing video games, they can relax after stressful days or stressful situations. And by this, video gaming improved their mental and psychological condition. Another proof of my finding is my online survey results. So on the chart you can see that 30% of all respondents chose that they feel less stressed since they started playing video games. Remaining 30% of respondents feel calmer since they started playing video games, and other respondents chose other options, but the majority chose these ones. The next finding is that video gaming can improve hand and eye coordination. So the one interview respondent agreed with this statement. Another evidence of this statement is the result of the survey, so that you can see from this chart. And we can see that 70% of people agree that video games positively affect their hand and eye coordination, while 30% of people disagree. And now let's move to the third finding, and this finding was the most surprising for me. I discovered that video gaming affects health not so much. What do I mean? I mean, of course it has some bad influence on health, but not so strong as it is considered to be. So let me explain. My two interview respondents who play regularly already about certain years said that they did not experience any serious health issues. One of them even answered that he has no any problems with his eye vision even after so long time of playing. Another one answered that he noticed some problems with eye vision, but then he started to wear eyeglasses when he plays, so it helps him to avoid bad influence of display light on his eyes. Now you can see the results of my online survey in form of charts. So as you can see, 60% of people answered that they did not experience any health problems due to the video gaming. Another 20% experienced a little some health issues, and the remaining 20% actually did experience some health issues. However, again, as you can see, the majority of people still actually did not have any problems with their health due to the video gaming. However, my two interview respondents noticed some possible health issues because of the video gaming. So one of them is the back pain due to long time sitting position, and another one is very rare headaches. And now let's move to the next finding, and my next finding is that video gaming does not negatively affect academic performance. So I discovered it thanks to the results of my online survey, where 80% of people answered that they had no any problems with their academic performance due to the video gaming, while the remaining 20% answered that they actually had or maybe have, but still the majority of people are very lucky ones, and their academic performance is still not bad, as we can understood. And now, after observing the major findings of my research work, it's time to make some analysis and discussion. So in the provided table you can see the findings of other research works on the left side and my findings on the right side. So my first finding is the same with Tumbacons. It is that video gaming can improve hand and eye coordination. I think that it might be explained that when you play, you have to use your hands and eyes at the same time. So your eyes have to be concentrated on the display where game happens. Your hands at the same time have to make some fast movements. And so because of this, the brain part that controls your hand and eye coordination might actually be developed after a long time of playing. The next finding is that video gaming affects health not so much. This finding is a bit different from the Griffith statement, and I guess that it might be explained that my interview respondents and my online survey participants are very young, so their age from 18 to 22, and I guess exactly at this age the immune system is very strong, so and the organism is very young, and because of it I guess that they didn't experience serious health issues. And the second reason that I guess could help my participants avoid any serious health problems due to video gaming is time. So according to the results of my online survey, my survey participants spend not more than 3 hours of playing in a week, and it is actually not so much. Therefore, maybe they do not experience any health issues because they spend not so much time on this process. And now it is finally the time to summarize today's information. So as you could notice, the major findings, the most of them, are very positive. So I discovered almost only positive effects of video gaming, and I guess that all of these findings are a good reason to start playing video games or to stop being afraid to be affected by negative effects if you already play. Thank you for your attention.